169. Yeah, they've been here for a while. If you're talking about Xi.
The replacements. Thank you, leader 19876543849. I think I said that correct.
No, you said it wrong. It's 198765386.
No, that's 8675309.
No, but it's 19876533849.
I hope that's not a phone number.
8765334. Yes, it is. Very much a phone number.
I think you meant the message next to leader.
I mean, we just assume it's a random grouping of numbers.
It looks like my social. Wait, it is my social.
Dude, that'd be freaky.
Just a random group of numbers happens to be your social.
It'd be like,
yeah.
And you happen to come across it. Like, what's the likelihood of that, you know? But, I mean, what's the first two digit? Well,
I come across mine all the
weird.
time. People use it as a password. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's weird? So if you're born in Massachusetts, the first two digits of your social is 02. But I'm curious.
Nerd.
I'm curious what they are in other states. Like I know Rhode Island 03 because I've seen that social a million times from employees. But I don't know what they are in other states. Like I wonder which state is 01. Is that like Connecticut, New Hampshire?
877 cash now.
Right, what state has 0?
I don't know if it's based on state because
it was based off of what state you were born in for the first two digits of the social. And then
maybe that early on.
No, like when we were born. Like nowadays, it's not. But when we were born, like Messi, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Like if Messi was born in the same state as his parents, all he has to ask his parents, "What's the first two digits of his social?" If they are the same, then yeah.
I don't think mine was because my brother and I were born in the same state and have vastly different.
How much different are you guys in age?
2 years.
Who's older?
My brother.
Huh? Maybe you're behind because I'm what 5 years older than you or 4?
I'm 32.
Oh, only 3. Okay, cool. So
it looks like there's a range, or there used to be a range where it would be the first 3, depending on the state you were born, to be a range. So Massachusetts was 010 all the way to 034.
Not
any
born
number
registered?
between that number.
I don't know what the difference is. Usually you get registered.
So 01s are Massachusetts. There you go. We are the first and best.
Well, I'm looking at
freedom.
the states here.
Freedom
I don't
is
know.
from
You guys have Boston, and that place is
which
kind of
gave you
dirty.
freedom. If we didn't throw that wicked awesome party, then you guys wouldn't have the
Oh,
wicked
you
awesome
put some tea
party.
and some water. Shut up.
That's right. That's right. And the king saw it. In theory.
Really, it was probably a bunch of
It's like, fuck my
people
tea.
that just wanted
What the
to
hell?
try and brew the world's biggest thing of tea.
Listen, guys, before they did it, they did kind of, dress up as Native Americans first. So, got a gray area on that one. Dressed up as Native Americans, threw a bunch of tea in the water. And there was the Boston Massacre.
You got Mark Wahlberg, though.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have John Krasinski. Hey, guy.
We've got a
Hey,
lot
it's
of
Marky Mark.
astronauts. George Clooney was born in the same city I was born in. George Clooney.
Do I know something interesting? Apparently, 1/3 of all NASA engineers graduated from UCF. Isn't that strange?
Actually, I would assume MIT, but that's more about robotics now.
Well, yeah.
Mathematics early on.
Yeah, math, but now it's very much like robotics and AI is very MIT.
It's a lot of,
Have you ever been to MIT? Any of you? Probably not. 'Cause you're
I've
not from
driven
around
past it
here. Well,
numerous times.
cool.
I've heard it brought up in conversations before for places people wish they could have gone but couldn't get into because they're too dumb.
Oh, I would never have applied there.
I would have gone to Stanford.
But so I've been to MIT a couple of times. It's like some of the displays that the students put on for people going for like their various degrees and all the different departments. They put on all these different, the student project things, and some of them are freaking crazy. Like going in there and seeing the stuff that they put together. Like there's one of the coolest ones I went to was it was a human robotics interaction thing. So more or less, like they started this off with like test studies, and then they opened up to the general public to kind of like pay tickets to go see it, because it's how the school kind of pays for some of this more advanced stuff. And so literally, you would go in there, and you're just like random. I'm just a random schmuck, like number 8,242, right? And you go in there and you just interact with all these different types of robots, and then you kind of like grade it afterwards for like what you feel as being more personable or easy to interact with, and like kind of like whether or not it gave you an emotional response, that sort of a thing. And of course, you can just kind of like pencil whip it and be a douche. But it was pretty cool because like one of my favorite ones I spoke to was a robot, and it had like a human face, but like it had eyebrows that would try to help to simulate the way that it would elicit, like, sorry, it would kind of like show you its emotions. And it was really cool because like the robot's face did not portray emotion, but the eyebrows really helped. Emotional interaction, yeah. Anyways, one of this extra
Tyler, I like your little pencil mustache.
Thanks.
One of the finer details about it was this particular robot didn't just have cameras in its eyes. It had a third camera that was semi-hidden in its forehead, because the way that robotic vision works is it requires 3 points of vision, one of them being a separate, like on this scale, to be able to actually get proper 3D sight, so it can read your own face too. So if you would like smile at it, it'd be like, I see you're smiling. That makes me happy. It's so creepy. Oh, anyways, do you want to get back to the game now?
No, let's talk about robots.
Okay, cool. Because I got to see Flea from the Boston Dynamics project. I got to see Flea there.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, Flea.
Bitch.
Yeah, the one that can like flip up onto buildings, because it like builds up kinetic energy. That has like a little launcher where it's like, and it like flies up like 2 stories on top of buildings. Got to see.
What's the new one that they just came out with that's insane? Is that Spot or something like that?
Oh yeah. You mean the police dog one that police?
Yeah, they
forces
fucking strapped a Glock to it, and they were like, "Go ahead, buddy." What the fuck? It's so fucked up.
I don't know. It's so. I love when people are like, they're defunding the police, and then it's like, really? Then how are they affording these?
And there's just a fucking robot dog. Yeah, robot dog with a fucking Glock pointed at you as you walk down the street.
Oh,
But that was New York, right? I don't think New York's gonna defund.
no, remember, New York was defunded. That's why there's all these riots. That's the talking point.
Oh, that's right. That's why they got the dogs. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it was so defunded. Moving on. Let's get back to the game. I'll wait for Tyler, though. He had to wait for me, so it's only fair. So what's the approach, Tyler? What's the plan, guys?
I don't know what was happening.
He's turning into a snake, giving all of his shit to Rena. Rena's running. I'm sneaking.
No. That's the opposite of what's happening, because we're being scried. People are watching us. Ophios is not turning into a snake, so he's gonna stealth and stealth normally and teleport if necessary.
So we are teleporting, even though you said that we were teleporting?
We are going to teleport. You're probably just gonna use your cape with me.
Okay.
So you're not going to do the snake thing that they had no idea you could do.
Correct, because they're watching us.
Yeah, but they're far. You could probably get out of here and sneak away. Just our minds.
That only means that they can hear us.
No, they can see and hear is what I was told.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, then, yeah, well, I guess we'll teleport.
Yeah, Scry allows them to see and hear. It's clairaudience, clairvoyance that allows them to see or hear.
Oh.
So we are literally going to stealth and probably use Rena's cape to teleport.
Okay. You want me to go ahead and make a trail? Like a path you can follow?
If you want to. You said you were going off on
Well,
your
hold
own-
on. How
your
are
own
you
thing.
stealthing when you're running across big open hills trying to make your way to
Well, theoretically,
area of
Why are we
trees?
running now?
Or why are you walking slow? Like, what's the plan when you're like exposed in the hills? Because it's not like there's a bunch of tree cover over to the tree cover you're trying to get to.
Get low, get low, get low, get low to the window.
To the wall. As that
To the
sweat
wall.
drips off my.
Move
Great
carefully,
axe.
quietly.
nutsack.
Nice.
It's not that hard to. You
All
don't
these
have to
bitches
run.
crawl.
So
I mean-
there is a dragon, a wyvern in the sky. I assume we can just move when it's overhead, or when it's not overhead, and then when it looks like it's coming in our direction or we're looking in our direction, that's when we stay still and we try to like flatten ourselves and blend in or whatever. And I'm assuming there might be a rock or two or a hill ditch divot that we can use to
So you're trying to say is everybody's rolling stealth at disadvantage?
break
Thank
line
you.
of sight. Well, I'll go first, and then depending on how I do, you guys can follow my trail.
So y'all rolling stealth at disadvantage.
Well, let me go first, because if I natty one and get snatched up and fly away, then you guys probably shouldn't be right behind me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Roll natty one. Please
Yay.
roll natty one. Make me so happy. God damn
Oh,
it! I
30.
hate you. Ugh. So you want to follow his trail. The problem is you can't find it. What?
God damn it, you asshole. Oh, hey guys, mentally communicating with you. I can tell you exactly the direction I went.
I hate you so much more, Messy. Oh.
So does that make us able to roll normal, Scott?
No. He is stealthing extremely well, and you guys can follow his path. It doesn't necessarily mean that you get to roll normal. You still have to follow the trail. There's still no cover.
Just do exactly as I do.
So you still roll stealth at
Exactly.
disadvantage.
As I do.
Changes
Exactly.
the DC then, I guess.
Exactly.
Yep. You just roll normal.
Exact-
Oh, sorry, disadvantage.
Exactly as you do.
If Ozymandias was still alive, what kind of music would they listen to?
All right, Rena, it's your turn.
What, to roll stealth?
Disadvantage, yep.
I feel like he wouldn't be in today's music and would just leave everything
Don't
on
forget
mute.
you have Winifred's wisdom if you want to use it here.
Probably.
Mm,
It would just make it normal.
okay. I don't know. I kind of like my chances with disadvantage.
All right, go for it.
Sheesh.
There she is. There
I'm
she
fine. I'm gonna
is.
save my Winifred's.
Well, Ophios is apparently bad at following directions.
I mean,
It's all good.
I think it's the theme of the campaign.
Yep, I guess.
Tyler, is there any way that you would like to modify that?
I can make it a 10 with a luck die. I don't
That's
know if
minimum
it'll be good
10.
enough. Yeah. Ah, what the hell.
Dragon pass.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
13.
13. Is that the best we can do?
That is the best you can
It's
do.
better than a 9, I guess. At least it's double digits. Double digit club.
It also surpassed 12, which is also a decent DC that Scott sometimes sets.
It's not just Scott. It's just D&D in general. Sometimes sets 12.
So wyverns have a passive perception that are that is higher than that, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's looking directly at you where you are. I'll be kind enough to roll to see whether or not it sees you.
Make chat roll.
Oh, you want chat to roll?
No.
Okay, I can let chat roll. That's fine. That's fine. All right, fine. Let's choose. Let's go with swirly whirly. Roll a d20.
Oh, God. Now we're going to hate Swirly if they roll high.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he can't.
We don't hate anybody.
Zalamos, I know
Well,
you're
I'll
a
hate 'em.
failure.
That's Snaga.
Yeah.
I go, why do you always steal rolls?
Okay,
Literally. Can you just like let the person that was asked roll?
Your god
Gosh
is gonna
darn it,
smite
Joey.
you. Thank you, Swirly.
Ooh.
I appreciate that. 12 plus my modifier definitely is able to see Ophios. I need all y'all to go ahead and roll me a insight check, please.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Man, being sick sucks. But shoot.
Oh.
Woo,
I think I'm fine.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
So the issue
So that's a
isn't that
2,
the
1.
Wyvern sees Ophios.
3.
The issue is that Ophios is pretty fluffing confident the Wyvern doesn't notice him. And none of you all
And I'm so
noticed-
confident in the trail I left. I'm like, there's no way he could possibly screw this one up. That thing didn't even smell me.
None of you all noticed that it is totally locked in on sight and starting to prepare its descent down on you. So as you're getting close to where the trees are, to make sure you have your what's what I'm looking for, your cover from it, so you can actually get away.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I mean, I did say Rena was going to use the cape on both me and her to teleport. So
Yeah, of course. You know, when there's danger or whatever it might be, right? Of course. So again, it starts swoop diving, like dropping down. It was lowering its altitude over a period of time, and you guys hadn't really noticed that, as it was kind of like flying big swoops in the area, and then all of a sudden it kind of like folds its wings up and starts diving quickly. The bad news is y'all had no idea this was coming. The good news is these aren't particularly. This isn't like a what's that type of falcon or whatever it is that can fly. It's the fastest animal. Peregrine, yeah, it's the fastest animal on the planet, right? It's not quite that bird. It has a high flying speed, but honestly, it's kind of a clumsy flyer. So its dive is not like discreet or particularly fast. So perception checks with disadvantage might last second allow you guys to notice this before it's happening. We care less about Yondis and more about the other two. So Yondis, you don't have to roll. You already are there.
Oh! I rolled
Nice.
I just want to roll just to see how it stack up because those are pretty good. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Ah.
So last second, you guys happen to notice this. Rena, I think, rolled a 20 somewhere in there too. So anyways, you guys happen to notice, like, as it's swooping in, as it's diving in at you, sort of those da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and it's almost like you hear a lot of the animals around you get very quiet. You see a couple birds fly away, and you hear a lot of the animals get very, very quiet. It's one of those things where all of a sudden, Ophios just kind of like lifts up his head, noticing something, and Rena just how it goes, like as he's like thinking to himself, it seems unnaturally quiet, which he's familiar with being, a predator. As he like is kind of like looking around, noticing this, Rena's just kind of like, Ophios? And like looks up and sees it coming, and she's like, shit, and like is able to like run over and kind of like dive on Ophios, activating the cloak, like poof, poof. Big poofs of smoke as you guys teleport, the good 500 feet or whatever it is further, which 500 feet is huge. It's like a 1/10 of a mile, right? Like that's a huge gap, allowing you guys to teleport just outside of the tree line. Now, this thing already had, again, they're clumsy flyers, so it already had like a pretty steep slope to get down to where you guys, as you guys teleport.
I mean, I was going to say, if we can wait until it's closer to teleport, that'd be great.
I mean, it's close. It's pretty freaking close. Yeah. So I imagine as the thing is kind of like swooping down at you, I'm going to make a check before we decide whether or not Ophios then wants to hug Rena back and teleport you guys the rest of the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm just telling you, we're probably not teleporting again.
Let me make my check real quick.
Okay.
I will open roll this. Plus, give me 1 second.
I really wish I'd beat your perception, Rena, because
it's
this
athletics.
would've been better.
So, flying would be athletics for a
won.
bird, or would it be
I could have
acrobatics?
loved it.
I imagine athletics. +4.
I know, but let it go the way it goes.
I can't do anything spectacular with that either way, not great or amazing. It's diving such a deep fly that it's able to bat its wings really hard and try to pull itself up hard enough that that it's able to like have its tail kind of drag along the bottom of the ground for a little bit, and then finally like a big to regain some altitude and just flying in towards you. But after that teleport, like where she kind of like jumps and dives and Ophios and you guys teleport, you kind of look back and see it kind of almost careening into the ground and dragging itself along. You turn and just start booking the rest of the way over towards the trees to try to get there as quickly as you can.
I mean, I imagine it needs to roll perception to have seen where we went.
You guys let off a huge poof of smoke when you teleport.
Oh, where we appear, or just where we were?
Both. I'm almost positive. Actually, I think it's where you appear at. Hold on, let me just.
Whatever dimension door is. I think it's both, though.
No, it's not dimension door. It's Cape of the Mountie back.
Yeah, but it uses the spell dimension door.
Dimension Door doesn't have the poof. It only came to the mountain back that does.
Oh, it does?
When you disappear, you leave behind a cloud of smoke, and you appear in a similar cloud of smoke at your destination. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is both then.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
So the fun thing is because that cloud of smoke doesn't say that you're gone. So because it's not a particularly intelligent creature, it actually would continue to dive at that spot. It actually kind of adds to... I have to make a perception check before. I made my athletics. I have to make a perception check to see if it would even notice that you guys are gone. I have to, which is also a d20 plus 4. It might actually have just careened into the ground. God damn it. I'm going to doubt as I said, just so it doesn't careen into the ground.
That's a 15. I think you're right.
Yeah. It's pretty solid. All right, so it doesn't careen into the ground. It goes flying towards you guys, where it sees the puff of smoke ahead. Because again, they're not unintelligent; they're just not particularly intelligent.
Oh, so it's coming at us?
Correct.
How far away?
So you guys teleported 500 feet. So it appeared. So if you guys kind of like stopped and look back to analyze, it's probably about a good 500 feet behind where you are right now. Maybe 550 behind. Well, because you guys wouldn't have moved any further. So about 500 feet behind where you are, starting to move along the grounds towards you, moving quickly too. It can move 160 around easily.
Okay. Well, I want to...
and you're still about 50 feet from the tree line. So what's up?
I was going to... If it gets... Well, that's an easy sprint. We're in the tree line by that time. But I'm prepared to cast possibly 2 different things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So do you stand there or do you run?
I'm running.
Okay, so you guys both turn and run like the 60 feet to get behind the tree line, Rita?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's traveling right alongside the ground, like just above it or whatever it is, and making its way along. So it travels 160 feet. So you guys move forward 60. So that means it's still 400 feet away from where you are. And now it's you guys' turn. Yondish, you're probably like, we'll try to wave them. Let's go. Let's go. Because a couple of trees isn't going to stop this thing.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to get closer. I'm still running, but when it gets closer, I have something.
So you guys want to keep running into the trees?
Yeah. Right. That sounds right. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine you guys run into the trees. Are you trying to obscure your vision from it? Like you want to go ahead and roll me a survival check, Rena?
Not stealth?
Disadvantage?
Nope, because you're gonna have what's his name? Yondas kind of giving you like no, to the left, and whatnot, trying to give you aid on this.
So normal.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you have Winifred's wisdom, Rena.
I keep forgetting. That's fine.
You can roll your extra thing. Don't you?
Not
maybe
already
that's me.
used
I don't think it
it,
works
I
I
for
think that's
survival.
me. I think
Oh, that's
me.
Dex
Never
too.
mind.
Anyway, yeah, that's you.
Do you want to luck that, Rena?
How many do we have? Well,
So
I don't
you're
know how much
actually
of a
able to
difference
do a
that
pretty
will
good job of throwing it off of your scent as to where it is that you guys are. So actually, as it's
Other than the ring smell, but you know.
throwing off a scent is to where you guys are, so breaking line of sight to where you guys are. So it does come to the tree line, and it actually will land at the tree line. And it comes through several trees and looks about. You guys can go ahead and make me perception checks real quick.
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Consistently, yes.
Wow. He's really good.
Okay, so you notice, Rena, with your perception check, that it's stopped and it's sniffing the area.
Great.
And it's starting to claw its way through the trees, trying to make its way into the tree line. However, the trees here, they're sparse enough because you got to think like typical woods. Sorry, you live in Arizona, so woods can come in different.
Forests out here, dude.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the fucking cactuses, okay? So anyways, so the trees are wide enough apart that this thing could easily walk amongst them. It just can't fly through here.
Among us?
Right? It might be able to. There might be some trees here and there that are large enough and strong enough that it can climb up them to get to the canopy and fly away, but it cannot fly inside here. For now, at least, it's walking forward. Now, in case y'all don't know in chat what a wyvern looks like, think a dragon, except it has a large-ass scorpion tail that kind of like hovers over behind its head with a huge ass stinger at the end of it. Also, while dragons have 4 legs that it can walk on, the front legs also having opposable thumbs and whatnot with fine dexterity, this does not. It has 2 legs, and then its wings have some claws, kind of like bat claws in the front of them, allowing it to walk on all 4s with its wings, and with the wings kind of very much pulled in. So it walks on all 4s with its wings and hind legs. Starting to walk in this way for a bit. Why don't you go ahead, Ophios specifically, and roll me a nature check with advantage, because you would succeed it beforehand. Yes.
Natty 20.
Joni.
24.
Yes. Wow, that's sexy, Tyler. So you actually, Tyler, you know for a fact that this thing is only going to continue to pursue in here as long as it thinks that it can actually have an easy meal. Anything that's going to dissuade it from thinking that this meal is going to... Because more or less it's thinking, oh, these are small and easy to grab morsels. I'm going to get them. These things are not intelligent, but they're not unintelligent either, right? They're not animalistic. They have a degree of intelligence that are just not capable of speech. You know what I mean? So this thing is definitely looking to grab an easy meal, assuming that you are the easy meal. You might be able to dissuade it with a couple of early on well-placed attacks, or if you could just make it so searching for you is more hassle than it's worth, you might eventually give up.
Ophios instinctively is just going to go ahead and, well, now my mouse is broken. He's just going to say to the guys, if we can hide well enough, this thing will go away.
Once more,
but
with
I have an
feeling.
idea. And I'm going to cast Mind Thrust on it.
Oh, okay. What's the range of Mind Thrust?
It is 60 feet.
Okay, so for you to do that, you're gonna have to hunker down. You're gonna have to legitimately. Luckily for you, if Rena, if Rena shared with you the fact that it's clearly looking for her smell, that might help you. But you're gonna have to make a stealth check, to hunker down in a spot.
Okay.
To allow it to get closer for that. So you seeing this coming, and Tyler, I'm gonna ask this again because of who you are. Would you stay in your humanoid form? Oh yeah, you're being scryed.
We're being scryed. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you would go in, and mind you, it's not you are being scryed. One of you are being scryed.
Oh, okay.
It's technically how it works, but that's fine. Or something that's on you is being scryed. Either way, so you can go ahead and you go try to find a place to hunker down. Why don't you roll for me a stealth check?
Disadvantage stealth.
It is disadvantage. Yeah, it's disadvantage.
$17.
That beats my passive. And it's not actively looking for you. So I might allow that to work. What are you doing, Yondis? You see as they're kind of like rushing forward, breaking line of sight of this thing, and eventually it kind of like takes sniffs of the air, and Rena's like, shit, she sees it sniffing the air. You of course don't see that. You see that Ophios kind of like looks about and then just goes and dives underneath a bush somewhere.
Okay,
a berry.
just real quick.
I love the idea that Tyler is sitting there and just eating berries out of a poisonous bush, not realizing it's poisonous because, you know. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Can I tell? So I would, as seeing the wyverns coming in, I would have probably gotten on a tree, like on a branch somewhere, and I would be trying to scout out everyone's location. Not necessarily hiding exactly at this moment, but I will be soon. So with my roll here, can I see perhaps that the dragon is going after Rena and not me? And not Ophios.
I know you're supposed to have disadvantage. I'll allow you to have a normal insight on this.
Okay.
Are you happy with the 14?
I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet. I'm going to use. Actually, you
Fail?
tell me, and then. Okay, it's a fail.
No. Do something I haven't done yet. Fail. I just was.
Oh,
3 seconds
fail.
behind the joke. Yeah. It was a compliment.
Is it a fail?
No. Well,
It's
no.
not a fail?
I'm not telling you that. You tell me.
Well, I would do this if it's a fail. If it's not a fail, I don't have to.
Okay, gotcha. So it's unfortunately it's kind of like a scaling thing, so it's like a partial success. So you can definitely do that to try to get a better success if you'd like. Do you want to hear the response first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, can you feed me the first half of the response?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to make it fair.
Yeah, exactly. So the response that you get from your 14 results, to be clear, is that you can clearly tell that it's sniffing the air as it's moving forward, but it doesn't seem to be locked in on any particular target. It's definitely moving forward. So more or less, you're able to pick up the fact that it's sniffing. That's your perception check. And you can definitely see that it's moving forward with a degree of purpose. It doesn't seem to necessarily
perfect. That's fine. Is it going towards me or perpendicular to me or away from me?
They were running towards you, so it is also moving towards you.
Okay, then I will hide. That's all I needed to know. All right, I'll hide. Stealth. Wow, that's bad. I'm assuming my branch isn't going to hold my weight very long.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for failing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
So as you're like looking at this and you're like, I'm trying to see who this is going for. You take a step forward, not realizing that the base of this branch has been was hammered into pretty intensely by a family of what are they called? Woodpeckers. Yeah.
Or termites. You could go with both.
No. Let's go with woodpeckers. Because
woodpeckers are generally hammering into trees because of termites. So.
Yeah. Well, no. Peck ahead over here. No, there's like those. What are they? What kind? Where is that? Where are those woodpeckers from? Is it Africa? Where the woodpeckers like literally choose a tree and they pecker into it and they collect nuts and they literally use the tree to store nuts inside of it, and they literally just like put holes. They have an entire tree with generations and generations of woodpeckers burrowing holes into trees and storing nuts inside them for like eating in the future. It's like one of the coolest things, and it won't be like one woodpecker. It's like a dozen of them or like 24 of them live together. It's so cool.
The tree is just filled with holes.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool.
It's a Swiss tree.
Yeah, no, it's, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like totally Google it. It's super cool.
Yeah, anyways, I will later.
Either way.
Sounds fun.
So, thanks. So you what is it? The tree branch that you're standing on, you obviously step on it and kind of has a little bit of give. It's not that big of a deal. You hold on to the branch above head, and you're sitting there and you kind of like feel something, and you look up and you notice that there's a big ass spider in your hand. You have one of those like quick little moments where you just like flick it off your hand, but as you flick it off your hand, it like shifts your weight and the branch like roll acrobatics for me.
Okay.
Advantage.
Yeah, I know.
15 is probably fine.
I'm assuming I fail, and this might be a good time to use my side bolster neck. Do I fail, Scott?
Actually, you succeed. So you do fall.
Okay.
The branch breaks. You do fall, but you literally stumble onto the next. Like you like kind of half catch a branch there, and your feet like slip land onto, but like you're able to barely catch a balance with little grace. But you don't fall out of the tree. But it does make a fuck ton of noise as the branch kind of snaps and breaks and like knucks around the combat and like finishes breaking, like falls down, crashing to the ground. You, of course, let out a bit of a yelp and whatnot. Like it is pretty obvious what happens. And the thing's head like swivels up and looks directly at where you are. And you come to the realization, knows where I am.
Okay. Are we rolling initiative now?
To be clear, it's from you is probably about a good 300 feet or so. It's from them. Is from Ophios is probably a good 200 feet or so because he stopped. Rena is probably a good 50 feet away from you because she kept moving forward, right? So it's 200 from Tyler, 250 from Rena, 300 from you.
And it's locked on me.
And it seems to be locked on you. We can totally roll initiative at this point in time.
Fuck.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I need to clear initiative. Remove all, and I can go to you guys need to have minis so we can switch. So here you go. Why don't you go ahead and click your minis, roll initiative. So far I did not expect for you guys to
I don't
fight.
think I will.
A Wyvern today, but that's fine.
Keep in mind we have disadvantage.
Yeah, you gotta roll twice. Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hey, I rolled the same thing. Wouldn't have mattered. It's a 6.
Roll trash.
Keep in mind, I pretty much had a prepared action, I guess.
Rena has a 12. Well, you're hiding at the moment. You can prepare your action this upcoming turn. For when it
Oh
gets
my
closer.
god, Andy Natty won the disadvantage initiative.
Oh my God,
Scott.
I wish I was. So
At least
much
it's
closer
300
to
feet
you.
away, huh?
Yeah, I wish I was so much closer to you. This sucks. Oh my God. Rena, it's your turn first. It's 250 feet away. You realize that the branch breaks. You kind of whip your head around and look back. And you notice that while I was sniffing the air before, and not able to have line of sight to you beforehand, it definitely has its eyes. You can see its eyes are honed in on something over your head. Yeah, it notices Yondis. What do you do, Rena? Again, 250 feet away from you. It's pretty far. There is no rough terrain here. You can easily move around these trees. They're sparse enough to eat. If this large creature can, you can easily move around these trees.
Okay.
What do you do, girly?
Attract its attention. Do jumping jacks.
I'm thinking. Okay.
For a long time, too.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to. I'm gonna run. Cause what direction were we going? Straight east. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, more or less. At this point,
Like which
weren't
direction
really
we're running right
running
now?
yeah, whatever direction you're running, northeast, we'll say.
So if we're going northeast, I'm gonna go like more southeast. I'm gonna run as far as I can, but not like bonus action to get there. Just like
So you just want to go the opposite direction?
yes, but I want to find like a sort of I guess smaller-ish tree and see if I can't cut it down really fast.
So you're trying to kind of get its attention?
Mm-hmm.
Because chopping down a tree is going to be really hard to do, but like yelling would be a lot easier.
Yeah. I was
Well,
like,
that's
why are
true.
you
I guess
chopping
sound, but I'm thinking I'm
tree?
too small. Like I'm thinking it won't. Like it heard the tree branch break. Like
You-
that's pretty loud. I
it's-
don't think I'm that
it's-
loud.
I mean,
It's literally looking for stuff, and you are an absolute warrior.
yeah, if you want to be
literally
loud.
bang on your armor
Yeah.
and stuff.
That too, I
yeah.
guess. I was sorry. I was thinking that like that level of loudness wasn't going to be loud enough because of how
I mean,
far
a tree
away it
branch
is.
not that loud to be.
I guess
completely
it's not.
honest.
All right, fine. Then I'm just
And
gonna
also,
run as
that's
far
not
as
that
I
far. That's like
can.
less than a football field.
southeast
So
and
you're
make
going to...
as much noise as I can to
So
get
move-
its
Why are
attention.
you moving though? I'm very confused
Because
about
I'm
the
trying to lead it away from you guys.
Yeah, she's...
I don't know who
Literally,
it's
after Ophios said he was good. No, never mind. All right.
It's
you
too
know.
late. Its attention's
To be
already
fair,
on us.
it isn't... You guys are sharing a mental link right now.
Yeah, you know, Ophios had a plan and had. went
But
and
did
hid.
you account for Yonda's falling from a tree and a branch breaking?
He's in the direction of where I'm hidden.
Same question.
The plan is the plan, regardless. But ultimately, do what your character thinks you would do. I'm just telling you the information in case you forgot.
I remember, but like I didn't think that I thought you figured we'd stay, somewhat hidden for that.
No, he told you guys to hide, and that he had an idea.
Hmm.
And he kind of hid there and was being stationary.
Okay, I'm gonna stick to what I'm gonna do because I think it makes sense from a character standpoint. Like you said
Okay.
that, but she's assuming like that's in the case if it hasn't noticed us yet, which it hadn't, but then the branch broke and then it did. So her first instinct would be to distract it. So that's what I'm gonna do.
So you're going to head southeast?
Mm-hmm.
So
trying to lead it further, like you're trying to run further into the woods, but also away from your allies at the same time. You
Yeah.
gonna double move, Rena, while yelling
Yeah.
and like hitting your armor. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Thank ya. It's the creature's turn. I have to make a decision. Hey, Chad, down there. She's yelling and running while making a lot of noise, but this thing is not stupid. It has a 5 intelligence. There's a morsel dangling from a tree. and there's a loud warrior there. So I think there's a 25% chance it would go after the warrior trying to get its attention, and a 75% chance it would go for the easy meal. Why don't we allow Vid to roll a D100, with 1 to 25 being Rena. And
keep in mind what
26
Xylemos said. Rena is closer as well.
50 feet closer, not that much closer.
Oh, okay.
Yep, dangling fruit. Going for low-hanging fruit here. My typical approach to telling a joke.
So low is Rena, high is...
Yep.
Who's rolling?
I believe I asked Vid to roll. We will give Vid 5, 4, 3. Lock and load, Steve. 2, 1. And it's a 28. So close. So close. All right, cool. Rita, you go banging and yelling and running off to the side, and this thing's not stupid. So it starts moving up as quickly as it can to go towards where Messy is. It moves up again, it's trying to move through the trees, so on and so forth, trying to get there as fast as it can, right? So it does make that distance. Sorry, I was just looking at one. Yeah, it moves up about 50 feet closer to where you are, Messy. So instead of being 300, it's now only about 250 feet away.
Which means it's 150 from me.
Correct. Yondis, it is actually your turn now. Your character's off balance, but he's not like prone or anything like that. Like honestly, as part of your move action or as you move action, you just kind of like balance yourself up. Like more or less, if you choose to move, you lose 5 feet of movement, and then you're fine.
He also natty 1, so no action.
Oh, no action. Mm-hmm.
Bonus, I would like to regain my balance and not be dangling fruit. That would be cool. Maybe I'm standing fruit on tree fruit.
Okay, cool. You're standing firm.
Or
You're like
vegetable.
a banana. You're like a banana in a tree. You're like.
Well, I would move closer to the base so I don't break anything else again.
Okay.
Yeah, mommy, and I'm gonna hug the tree. Mommy.
Do you have anything with your bonus action?
No, not for 200 feet.
You can hide with your bonus action.
What you eating, Vid?
I can do that next turn.
Yeah, but you could do
Bye.
that right now with your bonus
Nope,
action.
that's it. Bye.
Okay, awesome. Sexy. Love it. All right, Ophios, I assume you prepare your action for when it's within 60 feet that you're going to blast it with your brain power.
Correct.
Thank you. Rena, I mean, you don't even need to roll. You can literally be like, bang, 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 bang. It's not following me.
Well, shit. Okay, run back.
So do you run directly at it, or are you going to kind of run back to that spot where you're between it and Messy?
Probably back to the same spot.
Okay, so that'll be your turn is running back again, unless you do anything with your bonus action, like, your hero health up ability. Second wind.
Oh.
Maybe a good time for that.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Cool. It's the creature. It continues clawing forward, moves forward another 50 feet or so, kind of clawing forward as quickly as it can, looking up at Yondis. I'm going to... Oh, Tyler, you already rolled your thing. You got what for your stealth? 17. That beats my passive. So it wouldn't notice you. Also, near enough to you, there's a strong smell that would be distracting, and there's still that fruit in the tree. So I move up that 100 feet. So I said from you, Tyler, it was, 200? Now it's 100 feet away.
Yep.
Yondis, it's your turn. It's only about 200 feet away from you.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted still. I'm gonna prep to throw a soul blade when it gets within range, but it's gonna be a while. So I'll just get nice and firm on my tree and make sure that this branch is good, got good leverage, and I'm just gonna hold it and wait.
Okay, so you're preparing your action, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, offensive or defensive? That's all I need to know. I don't make you declare what it is. But
Offensive.
Yeah, offensive, thank you. Tyler, I already know what you're doing. Ophios, so again, you're still preparing your action to do something offensive. I already know. Rena, what are you doing? You're currently 150 feet away from it.
A bonus action.
What
Now
do
that
you
I'm
mean?
back.
The spell is a bonus action.
What spell is it?
It's Mind Thrust. It's a bonus action.
You can prepare an action spell, and then when it gets even closer, like on your following, like you can.
I mean, I guess if I do that, I'm preparing my action to do Shield Blindness, but that's only 30 feet. My plan is to hit it with Mind Thrust and then run towards it and blind it. That's my plan.
I'm fine with you preparing your action to do a bonus action. That honestly doesn't bother me. So, Rena, you did what?
I didn't say yet.
Oh, sorry.
I was just asking. I got back to where I was.
Yep, you got back to where you were, which puts you currently 150 feet away from it. Hi, Van the Sexel. Oh, test tube! Hey, Teshi!
It's only a wyvern. Nothing that scary.
Yeah, after they fought a wizard and a bunch of warriors, and they've been getting chased, and they have gonorrhea and stuff.
Oh, did we fight warriors? I don't remember doing that. Do you guys remember actually fighting anything?
Shut up.
I think I just two of them
something.
ran into my axe. So they were fine though. I
Okay,
think.
that sounds tragic.
You got hit with a fireball and shot by a couple hours, Rena. You're not allowed to be all
Oh,
cocky.
it's his but
I
a
don't
flesh
remember getting
wound.
hit.
Okay,
I
I'm
got hit by
fine.
a fireball.
I'm the
so-
tank. Remember, it's my job.
It is your job. Tyler?
Oh, yeah?
No, Tyler. Rena, what are you doing?
I have no idea. I don't know. What am I gonna do right now?
What's your character going to do? The thing's hunting.
Man, Rena in combat's
Giannis.
like Jake and RP. You just wait 45 minutes for them to do nothing.
I could do nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing. Fine. I guess I will. How far away is Yondis?
Yondis is 50 feet behind you still. Up in a tree. So like 50 feet
Did
behind.
I
10
just
feet
move
up.
on this turn or last turn?
You just moved last turn. So this turn you still have your full action.
I'll just catch up to Yondis.
Okay. So you just move.
I'm in a tree, just a reminder.
That's okay. She has to she has
Fine.
to dash even to get the 50 feet over there. So you run to the base of his tree.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful,
now it
beautiful,
sees
beautiful.
2 meals.
Who is Vance the mummy of?
Yondis.
Thank you. Somebody had to explain the meme to me. All right, cool. So Rita, you use your move and dash to go to the base of the tree where Yondis is, and kind of like look up. I got your back, buddy. And he's like, I'm totally not hiding here. That's cool. Thanks.
I
And
didn't say anything. I just went and caught up. That's all I did.
Ophios, it was
100. So
100
now it's
away.
within range.
And now it is 70 feet away. No, what did I say? It moves. It's
It
now
moved
75 feet away. And now it is exactly 60 feet away.
Okay. That's the.
It's like, 'cause
spell
it's
then.
like moving forward. Do your spell. Ooh. It's not that much damage. You actually roll like garbage.
I rolled garbage, yeah. But the thing is, I could technically do it to additional targets, but it doesn't.
That'd be kind of cool if
No, the
you
target.
did this against an Etten. Hey, chat, quick question, because you can do Mind Thrust to 2 targets. If he did it to an Etten,
Technically 3.
either way, if he did it to an Etten, would you imagine that this would be able to hit the same Etten twice? Anyways, I have to make what is it, intelligence save?
Correct.
Oh God.
This is why I bet on this.
It's not unintelligent. Well, chat, we need to give you an option where you can
All right.
give me some rerolls or something like that as well. All right, so this is I fail, so I take 6 points of psychic damage. Woo wee, a whole 6 points of psychic damage. And then why don't you go ahead and what's the other secondary part of this, Tyler?
It can use its action only to dash or disengage.
Now, mind you,
It's like run away dash.
it's currently its turn, so it can only dash or disengage. It's currently dashing, but can it continue to move towards you, or does it have to move elsewhere?
It doesn't specify,
Okay.
but the way I read it, because it's like dash or disengage, makes me think like it has to move, like just from a interpretive standpoint, I would think it needs to move away.
Yeah. So I imagine what it'll do is so it stops at exactly. Even though I could have moved up another 10 feet, it stops at exactly 60 feet away. As it's kind of like, thrashing its kind of head around and whatnot as it's a bit distracted. So it's now Yondas's turn. Yondas.
So it's not moving.
It stopped 60 feet from Ophios, which is 110 feet from you.
Now would be a really good point for me to jump down and hide somewhere. So let's do that.
So acrobatics disadvantage.
Wait. If I help him. Oh, I'm just kidding. Never mind.
Okay, you jump down easily to the ground. I imagine you move, a bit away from exactly where you are. Do you move closer?
Right.
Or do you move closer, further, or kind of like lateral?
I'd probably move perpendicular to it somewhere.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So kind of like a moving to the side a bit, strafing
Says
almost.
creature.
And that's your move action. And then what do you do with your bonus hide, I imagine? Do an incredibly good job hiding. So good. It's the best hiding.
Yeah.
You want to modify that at all?
Let's use finally, the thing I've been talking about, the side bolstered neck. So I'm assuming I fail, and then I can roll a d6.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And add to it. I don't have a button for it, so I gotta do it manually.
Wow, make a button.
You're the button guy.
17.
17.
Then what do you do with your action, sir?
I hide extra good.
Yeah, I hear you, Ash. I hear you because I think it's badass. Because it's like the one creature that'd be like funny. It's like almost like casting confusion on an Etzen twice. You know what I mean? Anyway, so or requiring on the flip side of that, requiring you to put both Etzen heads to sleep to successfully. You know what I mean? Like you can make it a positive and negative thing. Anyway, so sir, you succeeded your stealth check. What do you do with your action or nothing?
I mean, I guess I'll prep if it gets closer to throw a blade at it, but I'm working on hiding.
Prepare for offensive.
Something offensive, yeah.
Ophios, your turn.
I'm gonna run towards it.
Okay, so all of a sudden you kind of like sprint forward. Again, it's 60 feet from you, so you move 30 feet towards it.
Yep, and I'm gonna cast Shield Blindness.
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
You motherfucker. What's the save? Con save? Ooh. Ooh. I can con save, baby. I can con save for days. Don't fail me now. You failed me. Chat, have you noticed over the past like 3 weeks I consistently suck nuts when it comes to rolling? I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, bring it on. Come on. That's my DMing rolls lately. It's just a whole bunch of that. It's a whole bunch of that. I'm like a three-legged dog hopping around pathetically. It's just. Oh, wait.
I could arrange that if that's what you were looking for.
So Scott, yeah, that's technically my bonus because that was my held action. That's my and that's my action and my movement.
Yep, you're good.
So he's blind and he just got hit by psychic damage and is probably a bit kerfluffered. Like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so automatically fail any checks, disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Beautiful. And so that means it's Rita's turn.
Oh, and it's blinded for a minute.
How far away?
Oh, no. You prepared your action to do the other thing last turn, Ophios? To be clear?
But it was a bonus action.
That's fine, but you still prepared your action to do it last round.
Oh, so I still have a bonus action?
So you still have a bonus action if you wanted to like, I don't know, curse it or some crap.
I'm hoping we don't have to fight it, but I would probably use my bonus action. What would I use my bonus action for? I could technically use a spell and get behind it, but I don't think that's necessary. I'll play like I don't have my bonus action. There's nothing I can think of I want to do right here because I'm hoping it runs. That's my plan.
Okay, so you do nothing with the bonus action. Beautiful.
Unless I cast the same thing I had prepared before.
You could also use your second wind now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a bonus action. That's
Okay, Rena, it's your turn. So again, you are 110 feet away from it, and you saw your buddy climb out of the tree and go hide somewhere.
Okay, I guess I will try to hide as well.
Roll me that stealthy with disadvantage.
Mhm.
Watch her like stand in front of it and be like, "I'm a tree." Oh god damn it! I hate you and your goddamn disadvantage rolls, Rena. You're the absolute worst at being bad.
Failed successfully.
The thing immediately like lashes like 2 times with its claws at the fact that it can't see it and lets out like like a loud scream up ahead to kind of be intimidating. And I won't lie, Ophios, this thing is scary, especially since its venom is very, very, very dangerous. It's actually even one of those things where its venom is so potent, it can actually have an effect on your people as well. It's not usually fatal, but it can actually have an impact on your people as well. So it's one of those like you have to be very careful around these creatures. It can inhibit your ability to engage in combat and so on and so forth. So you definitely don't want to be stung by this thing. And you definitely don't want your friends to be stung by it. Wyvern venom is known to be extremely against them. One sting could potentially kill them with how you've seen Wyvern venom work in the past. So when it gives out that scream, you kind of look to hold your ground, and the thing is still there. It doesn't look like it's moving forward, but at the same time, it's also not moving back. It seems like it's preparing. Like it's standing defensively, almost like it's the dodge action.
Okay.
Okay. That is its turn. Yondis, I imagine you continue to hold. Okay. Ophios, it's now your turn. What do you do?
Using my last spell slot, Scott.
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
Nope.
Ooh.
Hitting it with the same thing again.
So your bonus action Mind Thrust. Okay. Bonus action Mind Thrust. I get an Intelligence save. It's again with a -3.
Do you want to know?
At first, I saw it landed as 11. I was like, yes. I looked down and I was like, oh, I can see it's double what I rolled, Tyler.
Yeah,
it's double what I rolled. So I take a whopping 9 points of damage. Again, not a lot of damage has been taken by this thing, but what's the secondary effects of Mind Thrust, Tyler?
Oh, and it can use its action only to dash or disengage on its next turn.
Yep. So that means that and you do anything with your action, Tyler, or no?
I would probably take a defensive stance. The
dodge action,
block action, dodge action. Yeah.
Okay. And Rena, I imagine you hold.
Yes.
Okay. The creature then turns and starts backing up. Again, so it's got this like the big ass. I mean, you guys can, I can actually drop it down and so chat can even see it. You know what I mean? Where am I? Over here-ish? Where's this chat can see it?
Oh, Scott, I forgot to mention I would have moved closer when I cast Mind Thrust. I would use my full movement to get next to it.
That's fine. Where the hell is chat seeing on the map? I actually have no idea where chat's seeing on the map.
So that means I'd get an attack of opportunity, right? 30 feet away, I moved 30 feet.
Oh, wait, hold up. You moved up to be adjacent to it?
I would have moved up to be adjacent to it as I was casting that. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I understand.
So yeah.
I have no idea why I can't see this on the map.
Can't see what?
The Wyvern.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, but it's not appearing on stream. I have no idea where on this map I am zoomed into. I'm usually in the bottom right-hand corner. Left-hand corner, sorry. Let me, okay, I'm there now. There it is. All right, that was the weirdest thing. I could not get that to appear on screen. All right. Oh, I think it's because I'm too zoomed in. Oh, that's why I'm too zoomed in. That makes more sense. Okay, there you go. So, as you guys know, this is what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit scary. So it starts walking backwards. That was weird. It was just, I was zoomed into 250% because we were on the map, the previous overlay. So it just screws things up. So it starts moving back. It starts moving backwards. So I guess that would provoke an attack of opportunity. No. Disengages, Tyler.
Okay, so it disengages.
Yeah. It starts moving backwards because I wasn't saying it was turning and running. So it starts moving backwards on its turn, moving away from you.
Okay.
That's Yondis' turn. I imagine you hold, in which case, Ophios, do you pursue or do you leave it be?
I want to make sure this thing goes away, so I'm going to pursue. How far did it back up?
25 feet.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action. Or no, not bonus action. I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with Toll of the Dead.
Go ahead.
This time I'm not moving.
Is this a wisdom save? Yeah. It's only a +1 for me.
Oh, I clicked on it wrong. There you go. And why is penance check?
God damn it. I've rolled 8 so many times.
So
it
takes
3 rolls
20
in a row.
necrotic damage.
God damn it. Rena, you hold, and on its turn, it turns and it dashes away. And it continues to run out of there. God damn it.
Sick.
It actually legitimately runs away. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, that was the Wyvern. That's good news. Congrats, team. You win.
Woo! Let's go.
After Ophios will stand there and make sure it like flies away.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. Absolutely
and then
flies away.
he'll calmly like walk back to his friends. Well, where he can
if
see
you can
Rena.
find them.
So imagine you stand there, and then as it moves, like say 50 feet, you move 10, then it moves 50, and you move 10, and you see that it actually legitimately like leaves the place, and finally kind of like full on leaves out. Gotcha. You're good.
Okay. Guys, it's gone.
Oh, thank God.
Kind of close.
Stand up. Get the grass stains off me.
Huh.
Just so you know,
You think
guys, if that thing stings you, you're dead.
Had no doubt.
I can withstand it, but it would affect me.
Back in mental sphere. You guys think we should keep heading east? They're probably still on our trail, right?
You think they'll avoid the entire area because of the Wyvern?
I mean, to interject for half a second, Tyler, you know that their range is like anywhere between 100 to 200 square miles, with this being a male that most likely has a whole flight, so it probably has a group of females that it mates with, that it is likely on the larger scale of domain that this controls, because the ladies, generally speaking, don't have one nest that they share together. He'll have multiple nests that he's kind of overseeing that are all his offspring. Right, so he has probably a pretty big area. So while you're traveling in here, you might be able to avoid. Maybe it'll leave you alone at this point, remembering Rena's scent. Also, it might be a degree of cover from the.
Yeah.
But allow you guys to go back, Rena.
Military.
What was the line you just said to him?
They'd keep pursuing us. We probably need to keep moving because the army would pursue us, I think is what you said. Is that what you said, Rena?
I said that it would be likely they wouldn't try to come in the area because of the Wyvern, but
I said the opposite, that they were probably still on our trail.
oh, all right. Well, then maybe we should keep moving.
Well, this male was rather large, and it would have cover a large distance. And an army of that size, we're a small group. I imagine they're not going to follow into this territory. This time of year, there's multiple female nests. I can imagine, unless they have some sort of way to be invisible and scentless, this may be a respite, and we may be able to move carefully through here. And who knows, maybe it won't attack again after picking up Rena's scent and the beating and fear we instilled upon it.
How
I just quickly to interject, I think that if it were to see an army marching in its land, it probably would
Eat them.
wouldn't fare well against them as it did with us. I mean, they do have a mage with them, and a powerful one.
It would see it as an easy meal.
I think one fireball or lightning bolt, and it wouldn't. And the same thing that happened to us would happen to them.
Unless they have a way of getting into the mind of the creature. Hard to say.
I mean, they have a way of getting in ours.
With a
In a
scry.
sense.
I'm talking about what I did to it.
You think that's the only way to scare off a wyvern is with a mental trick?
There's a difference between me fighting it and the potential venom hitting me versus the potential venom hitting them. That
Sure.
said, you may be correct, but based off them not pursuing us immediately tells me otherwise. That would
Right,
be
so
my
shouldn't
thought.
we use this time to get as far away as possible?
Yes.
I think we put
that's
more
what
distance
I'm saying. But
between
Okay.
us and them,
at the
and
same
then
time,
rest.
we also need rest. Exactly.
Is it night?
No.
No.
It's later in the day, absolutely, but not nighttime. Wyverns
Wait.
can't
Alright,
hunt
well,
at night, but they'd rather
travel till night.
they'd rather hunt
Uh,
during the day where they can see further. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess let's look for a spot then to
Well,
to
the
get
woods
our
the
rest.
woods actually are a pretty safe spot to rest in.
The one we're in
canopy.
right now?
Yeah, canopy. And also, the army can't see you directly.
So we rest here then.
I think it's a bad idea, but up to you.
I believe resting here would be best.
All
We
right.
could move at night.
Fair enough. Now, at least if something bad happens, I could say it's not my fault.
Fair. Speaking of which, there's a weird thing that happened in the last combat.
Oh? Was it you killing everyone who had surrendered? After we spoke about, maybe not having to kill everyone all the time?
I didn't hear any surrendering.
Okay. Mhm.
Why
Again,
is that? Where did you go?
well, I have a way of disappearing from the location I'm in and into another space, some other dimension I could imagine, much like our PAX work.
Oh, that's new.
It's quite useful to, well, move around and avoid taking hits in combat.
You can't hear or see us in that space?
It's distorted, but I can see it for the most part, hear things for the most part, but nothing. If you guys were trying to talk to me psychically or anything like that, nothing.
It's possible he didn't hear you, Yondis.
It wasn't me that was begging for my life, but sure.
Somebody was begging for their life.
Did you not see him running away with blood dripping down his back?
Which one?
The archer.
Either one, honestly.
Well, I did see the archer's soul, I think, or a form of him. And that was what was unusual. Only for a second, though.
You
What does his soul look like?
spoke to it?
It spoke to me.
It's like a little ball or something? A light? What does his soul
No.
look like?
As it did alive.
What does his soul look like?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm
Okay.
asking Ophios again.
It looked like the man who I had cut down.
Like a spirit, it looked like him physically. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got hung up on that. Are we naked? No, don't answer that. Just move on.
Have you ever seen anything like that, Condis?
Things were weird in the temple, but no. Nothing that weird. Never a spirit or soul.
With that, he'll just kind of quietly like think to himself.
Did he seem happy? Was he angry?
I would think upset and afraid.
Yeah, me too. If I were on the other end, of it, I would assume that's how I'd feel. Now I did knock down a branch. It seemed pretty hollow. There might be some dry wood in there if we want to start a fire.
Probably best not to start a fire.
I mean, if they're already watching us.
All we have to worry about is the dragon, right?
Or other ones.
Well, I'd suggest finding a comfy tree. As she turns to try to like look at like some of the canopy, see if there's a good spot or something.
You guys gonna find a place to rest while there's still some sunlight left? Maybe even spend a few minutes if you are gonna get a fire going, a very low one for the sake of cooking. But I imagine you're gonna go with cold food and hard dried.
Oh, I don't eat.
And somebody else just finds a rabbit.
Yep.
I starved, so it's fine.
Rena actually.
I just won't eat.
Rena's actually just what is it? What is it when you don't eat? Is it anorexia when you don't eat?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Yeah. So the character Rena just suffers from anorexia. She just doesn't eat anything.
I don't think so. Have you seen her muscles?
I mean, Ophios
pretty
can
big.
eat with Rena, but I'm just saying in survival instinct, that's an easy
Here,
way for him to
Steve
get
wants
stuff.
live rabbits.
Ay, ay.
Is there a
Anyways,
stream or anything nearby? I imagine not.
no, not immediately inside here. There would be definitely a water source in here if you want to spend time looking. There'd be definitely a water source here. Think about how the rolling hills and plains, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of trees. There's got to be some nutrients causing this to happen, right?
Probably a natural spring. Or
I might find water then.
Yeah.
What is that, survival?
Yeah. There's gonna be some reason why this tree's able to grow here. You know. There's a new
Yikes.
Sailor Moon movie. Oh,
That's
jeepers. Anyways, yeah, you actually do a pretty good job of finding a stream, and while there, you can honestly grab a stick. Well, you have a bow and arrow, and you're pretty good with archer. You just bow hunt the fish. Grab a couple of fish pretty easy, and you check to make sure that you get the right kind of fish that you can eat them raw. You bust out your soul axe to make sure that there's no pesky. We gotta make sure there's no pesky bacteria, in the soul of the creature.
Burns it up, yeah.
Yeah,
or
There you go, Satan.
Isn't the soul axe? Isn't that hot to the touch too?
I think so, yeah.
You can literally just sit there
Just
and
cook it on the axe.
just chop the head of the fish off with the soul axe, and then fillet the fish and just let it sit on the blade of the axe and sizzle it up. Right? That's not so bad.
I'll just snack by whatever water source I find.
Or we can start that low fire we were talking about.
Eat your fish like mid-rare. Like, no jokes, that's how I eat my salmon mid-rare, Like,
Works.
not just any
Works.
salmon. Like, has to be done right, but...
Hey, Scott,
Yo.
because my disguise is disguised self, when I'm asleep, I imagine they're able to see my face.
Yeah, but you're also not stupid. Granted, that first night when you didn't know what you were doing, it's different, but... It's stupid. You literally just kind of like pull a cloak or a blanket over your head. They can't see through stuff. You don't think,
Fair.
You don't think?
I don't think.
Maybe. I won't tell you.
Yeah, Githin, I like to cook my mid-rare, but I want a blanket. You know what I mean? So you get a super high temperature and a cast iron skillet. Just get some, some oil.
We'll torch it.
Some oil and some seasonings. You know what I mean? And you just nice and dark in the middle. Oh, sexy. All right, moving on. So while you guys are kind of like relaxed at night, I imagine you take turns doing watch, so on and so forth, as you always do. I'm gonna need two things from you before you have your Constitution saves. I want everybody to go ahead and make me perception checks. Now, usually you would have disadvantage, but there is a reason why you would have advantage in the darkness. So you get to roll normal. Oh wait, for whose watch this matters on? Let's say Yondis is 1. Rena is 2, Ophios is 3, and Githane is rolling me a D3. Exclamation point, D3.
You have a D3?
I believe I instituted 1 because of what happened to Yondis a long time ago. I did. Wow,
RP6.
Steve!
You literally
Steve!
did what Snaga does.
Yeah, Steve and Joey, I'm going to ban you guys. I can isolate one person from rolling a thing. But grr! I will yell at you and distract from the game, and nor we
If
will
they do it again, please.
banhammer you. Githane, could you please try again before Joey fucks it up? Thank you. Yondis.
Oh, fuck.
You first. You go ahead and roll me a perception. Normal. And you're the one with the best perception, so that's a good thing. Oh, before you roll that,
Oh, too late.
we'll assume you had first watch.
Okay.
I mean, you all have dark vision anyways. So it was, you're sitting there, you don't eat anyways, right? So them two, they fill up their bellies and they pass out, whereas you're static and normal and so on and so forth. So they're passed out. At this point in time, it's fair to say you've all at least benefited from a short rest. That's fair to say. You know what I mean? So if you wanted to utilize any hit die, you're welcome to, but I imagine you won't because, you know, there's that whole heal everything overnight situation going on. Unless you're at full hit die, in which case you would definitely use 2 because you would gain 2 or whatever it is. Moving on. With your perception check, are you happy with that 19, sir?
Oh shit! I need to re-roll that because I should be.
Yes.
Rena, what do you roll as a fighter at D10
Yeah.
for your head die? Okay.
Yep.
Need to re-roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said yes. I'm happy with it. So, sir, with your perception check of a 19, one of the things that you notice is that off in the distance, from where you are, like, and I mean like a decent distance. It's hard to tell how far because, you know, darkness and all, but you see a glowing happening, a glowing off to the side, and you're not entirely sure what it is. While you're sitting there just kind of like relaxing or whatever, you literally see just a bit of a glow appear out of it. I mean, you don't know how long it's been there, but you're pretty sure it wasn't there before, and you're pretty sure you're seeing a glowing happening now. It's just kind of like, what the hell is that? There's something glowing over there. I feel like I smell something burning too. But like the smell of burning, it's kind of like, you know how like you'd be like in a neighborhood where somebody has like a fire going in their backyard. You can smell the burning wood, but you don't really see the fire. It's kind of like one of those.
It's been a long time.
You see it glowing happening off in the distance, but you smell burning more than you would expect for such a small glow. For I don't know, it must be far because you smell it pretty pungent, and the glow is pretty small.
I'm 1 hit point from max from my hit die, so I'm not gonna roll a second one.
Okay. I guess I'll just keep my eye on it, see if it grows or gets closer or brighter. If it fades away, whatever, I'll just track it.
It fades away after a little bit, and then a little bit later, it like flares up again. But this time, because you're actually watching it, you can actually see that it starts off kind of, you know, bright at first, and then it kind of like simmers down a bit, and it seems pretty focused. Whatever this glowing is, it seems like it's deliberate.
And how far away?
It's hard to tell because it's small, but it's dark everywhere else. So it's hard to tell how far away it is. You at first you were thinking it must be a big fire pretty far, but now you're getting the impression maybe it's like a medium fire, kind of far. It's hard to tell. Again, your trees obstructing the view and so on and so forth. You're only seeing a glow, not the direct flame.
I mean, that's all I need to know that I was right. So I'll wake up the other two, and yeah, I'll push you out of the tree. No, I'll gently shake you. Ophios, Rena, hey, wake up!
What
No,
is
it's
it?
early. Someone's lighting fires.
How far away?
They're not as far as I thought originally. They might be headed this way, but
Wyverns
I don't
breathe
know if
fire,
you-
Scott.
Typical wyverns do not breathe fires. No.
Okay. All right.
You rolled
And-
pretty disgustingly high before.
I
So
natty
what?
20'd.
Yeah. So what I would say, sorry to interrupt you, sir. There is a breed of wyverns, fork-tailed wyverns. They can breathe fire, absolutely. As a matter of fact, not only can they breathe fire, they're actually slightly more intelligent than a typical wyvern, and they tend to live in areas where they can easily procure amounts of wood to burn into coals and embers so that they can keep their eggs warm during nesting time. Their eggs have to stay much, 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 much warmer than other wyvern eggs.
Are you sure it's people?
Nope.
I swear
But
to God, if there's another breed of wyvern here, I'm gonna be pissed.
you think squirrels are running around with matches? Maybe.
I'm saying another type of wyvern that maybe is breeding with that male.
Should we move?
I've been saying that the whole time.
Well, let's
You
go
guys
then.
rest up at all?
Some, yeah,
Okay.
enough.
Great. Next time you take first watch, Rena.
So what you guys do?
We're moving
Okay, where do you go? Towards it to investigate?
away from it.
Can I go towards it, banging pots and pans together, going, "Hey, over here"?
Only if you are announcing that you're selling something. Like what would you be selling?
Back scratcher here. No, my green screen almost fucked up. Let's go east. Or
let's
north
go
or
the direction
something.
where
I've
we
always
wanna
kind of
go.
wanted to.
North.
You know, sometimes I do like Zoom calls for
I
work.
think it's northeast, right?
I always want to like mess with them and do like green screen stuff, like with my actual green screen, because like it comes in way clearer. They wouldn't be able to tell that it was a green screen because like a bunch of boomers and all. But every once in a while it does that flicker thing, and it would totally give it away. Like they would totally notice that. So it's the only reason I don't do it is because Zoom is too inconsistent. So either way,
Are we still exhausted?
yeah, it's still pretty late. But he's able to wake you up and get you guys kind of moving. How far do you want to move? Like how long are you looking to travel? How far are you looking to travel away from this?
Just as far as we can, I guess.
Just more or less almost to the edge of the woods without leaving the woods. That way you're not, like exposed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But so we still have a level of exhaustion, is what I was asking.
Okay. So yeah,
Yes,
you currently
yes,
do.
no,
Yeah,
okay.
you currently do. So you guys get up and start moving away, trying to be quiet as possible. Again, because of how far you already are and the fact that it's dark, you get to have advantage countering your disadvantage. You can roll main natural stealth checks.
All natural.
Wait on tie guy.
What am I rolling again?
The thing that the other two rolled.
Stealth, normal.
He got it. He's so smart. He's gonna roll the biggest. Told you. Oh, with the lowest modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Well, what were the actual natural? Oh, keep clicking shit. What's the actual natural numbers that rolled? That was a 7, a 9, and a 12. That's funny. All right, so you guys are moving away from there, and it doesn't seem like anything notices you, or if it does, it doesn't care that you're moving away. You go almost to the edge of the woods, staying maybe like a good 20, 25 feet into the edge of the woods, as opposed to being hundreds of feet in. And there you just kind of like set up camp and just kind of like, I don't care. Throw down the bedroll and you go to sleep. It's one of those funny things where you're like, Rena goes and throws down her bedroll and passes out. It goes to pass out, and Ophios doesn't say anything, kind of curls up and goes to go to sleep. And then Yondis kind of like walks up and goes, "Hey, Rena, what now?" Actually, it's kind of your watch now, anyways. So I just figured I would, I can.
He doesn't have to bother me for it. I'll watch. It's not a big deal. But okay, fine. I'm sitting further away from them.
Probably not a bad idea.
Thematically, that's how it's been the whole time. Just so you know, she's been like distancing herself.
Roz, I should do like a 15 to 30 second explanation of what Daddy's Dice are. Post it on YouTube as like a unlisted video, and just make it so it's like a link, so you can click it and watch like a super quick video of what it is, and then bounce back into the stream. Anyway, so
Perception.
oh yeah, you said nope, you're good. You can oh yeah, actually go ahead, roll me a perception check. Disadvantage.
I wish I had perception.
You notice nothing, Rena. You sleep through the night. Okay, so you guys wake up in the morning. No additional issues. Aside from the fact that you can continue to smell a burning smell. Constant smell and the smell of burning wood happening inside these woods, leading you to the idea that perhaps we shouldn't stay here much longer. After this, your characters are going to start heading north. You do not see the what's it called, Wyvern, flying high overhead in the skies anymore. Rena, I'm going to have you go ahead because you guys. Oh, Constitution saves everybody.
I thought we beat it.